Hi, I'm Chantel. My family has always asked me how I do my makeup. It's really nothing special, but I do take some time with it, and I've got to say I've learned a lot of it from my cousin Crystal. I grew up with her, and I watched her do her makeup nearly every day. I learned a lot from her. One of the things I usually start out with is just a crayon eyeliner. And you can use liquid. I usually use liquid if I'm going to go out for a really long time. Crayon's more for like when I go to work for 5 hours or 6 hours on end. And then I'll go on to, I just got this recently from my cousin Crystal. It's an eye brightener, but what I use it for is to put on underneath my eyeshadow right here to make my eyeshadow not crease or I guess you could say disappear so it doesn't, go away. And then at that point is when I put on my eyeshadows. I'm going to do the gray and the black today and silver. I'm going to use the Revlon Diamond Lust. It's really, really nice. And some L'Oreal. So, first of all, when you're putting your eyeliner on, you really, really want to get a really neat line. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your eye right here and you're going to pull it straight and you're going to start right in the middle. And it's okay if you don't go all the way down to the eyelash, that's fine. You'll get there. And just keep slowly putting it on. And there you go, straight line. You're going to do the same with the other eye. And now no matter what you do, you're always going to start with eyeliner first because you're always going to have to go over it again after you put eyeshadow on anyways, but you always want something on underneath. And make sure it connects at the creases of your eyes. And from here is where you put on the eye brightener. Now you don't always have to do that. I like to do it just because I tend to like rub my eye and forget I have makeup on. So it tends to look a little bright at first, but it'll blend in, I promise. You do one eye, and then you do the other. By the way, this is Victoria's Secret. And so from here, you gotta wait till it dries just a little bit. And so what you can do is if you use cover-up, I like to use cover-up. You can use your cover-up, you can put it on, and you're just gonna put it on in little dabs. Now, I always get told I look really goofy doing this, so sorry about that. And then you just rub it in. I don't like using the foam sponges just because I feel like I miss areas. And some people like to put on the cover up over their eyelids, which can help. It's nice sometimes, but I don't like to do it like that. Make sure you really get in by your nose because sometimes you can get too much right in the crease here. You don't want that. And then what I usually like to do, because liquid cover-up can be kind of greasy and you really don't want that, so I just lightly dab to make sure that all the excess comes off. That way you don't have, well, obviously I'm putting on a lot of makeup, but that way you don't have too much on. And so then you want to make sure that the eye brightener that you put on is dry, which it is at this point. And you take your eyeshadow. I usually start with the lighter colors, but today I'm going to start with the darker colors first. I'm going to use the Diamond Lust, and we're going to put that on the outside. So I use a different brush for every color. I try not to blend them unless it's my silvers to my grays. And because that way it just makes sure that you're not blurring your colors to make it look, you know, a darker brown if it's a red, or you know, your blues stay blue and your purples stay purple. So and black is a color that's sometimes, I was really scared of it at first, but after a while I learned to love it. I learned to absolutely love it. So you're going to go about a little over halfway on the eye. You can do that to each eye. And you're going to make sure that you're about even on each eye, and I'm not. I tend to do that. And so at this point is when you put the silver on. And like I said, use different brushes for different colors. And you start at the inside, pull out. And I usually apply the silver once or twice just because I don't want it to disappear. I like my bright colors. And then you're going to go in and you're just going to blend it a little bit. And then, as you can see, I have a little more eyeshadow right here that I don't really like having there. And so you can just take a tissue paper and clean it up. Alrighty, from here, you look just fine with eyeshadow, but like I said, you're going to have to go over with your eyeliner again, which is just fine. So you're just going to go in. And there you go. The last thing that you're going to do is you're going to put mascara on. Now, I like my mascaras. I have just a lengthening mascara, and then I have 1000 Lashes, which is basically a weave for your eyelashes. And I like a lot of purple, so I have a lot of purple eye makeup, but I'm not going to use the weave mascara today. So putting on mascara is really easy. Make sure you always clean the tip off first by just rubbing it against there, because oftentimes you can glob it on and you really don't want to do that. And so what I do is I often just turn my head a little sideways and blink. And now I know I make really funny faces when doing mascara, I've been told. So it's okay to laugh. And I'm not very good at talking while doing my makeup either. And now these makeup tricks work with just about any color, so not just the black and the silver. And one thing you can do if you really, really, really want a dramatic look is you can put whatever color you have on the outside of your eyes, put that underneath your eyes and then only halfway, and then do the other color halfway that's on the inside. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little black. Now I don't use the Diamond Lust for underneath my eyes when I'm using black. I use a different eyeshadow. I use L'Oreal. And you just take a small brush like this. I like to use something that actually, it's kind of like a paintbrush rather than a foam-like brush. I think it works a lot easier. And so you're just going to get real close. Start halfway. And just come up this way. And just gives it more of a dramatic look. And I'm not finished yet, but and then you're going to take your silver, and now I like to take, when it comes down to like my inner eye, I don't like having the bristles right up in here because then I tend to poke myself. So then I'll just take this little brush here. And then that's one eye. And then you always want to do that before you put your mascara on the bottom, and then you put your mascara on. Yeah, see, poke myself. Now when I poked myself, you can see that right in here on either eye I got some mascara, and that's fine. That's really easy to deal with. Just give it a moment to dry off a little bit. And oftentimes you can fix it with just a little more eyeshadow. See, it's no big deal. And there you go. And that's how I do my eye makeup. Now, if you want to have different colors, I would oftentimes, read up on what colors match with your eyes. So, thanks for watching.